In the past few years, some African American actors made it clear where they stand when it comes to Hollywood. After decades of working their way into mainstream movies like Gordon Parks' movies The Learning Tree in 1969 and Shaft in 1971, and his son Gordon Parks Jr. in 1972 with his movie Superfly, African Americans are still waiting for their big break. After looking at the top 50 grossing movies of all time on the Internet Movie Database, or IMDb, there is no African American directors. Also, the movies on the list, only 12 out of the 50 had black actors in the main cast. Within those 12, 4 of the movies were animated. 5 of them had a black actor on the movie poster, and only 2 had a black actor as a top 3 main character in the movie, with one of them being an animated movie. So what does this all mean? Some people may be led to believe that the African Americans might not have a place in blockbuster films like the ones on this list. Also, if you're wondering what most of the movies' genres on this list were, they are fantasy, action, sci-fi, and children's animated comedies like Star Wars, superhero movies, James Bond, Jurassic World, Lord of the Rings, and Minions. Not only has African American actors been cheated out of the biggest blockbusters of all time, but they also have been cheated out of some awards. In 2015 and 2016, it was revealed that every acting nominee for the Oscars were Caucasian. In 2016, the white nominees were revealed, and many African American actors and mainstream icons decided to make a stand. Actress Jada Pinkett Smith even called for a boycott of the award show, tweeting, "At the Oscars, people of color are always welcome to give out awards, even entertain, but we are rarely recognized for our artistic accomplishments. Should people of color refrain from participating altogether?" After Pinkett Smith's Twitter boycott was initiated, more African Americans in the movie business took to Twitter and offered some of their insight. Host of the Oscars, Chris Rock, tweeted, "The hashtag Oscars, the white BET Awards." Actor Don Cheadle tweeted at the host, at Chris Rock, "Yo, Chris, come check me out in the hashtag Oscars this year. They got me parking cars in the G level." Lastly, director Spike Lee posted on Instagram a picture of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. with the caption, "We cannot support it, and it mean no disrespect to my friends, host Chris Rock and producer Reggie Hudlin, President Isaacs, and the Academy. But how is it possible for the second consecutive year all 20 contenders under the actor category are white? And let's not even get into the other branches. 40 actors in 2 years and no flavor at all? We can't act? WTF."
Damn!
In 2017, this controversy was fixed with African American actors and actresses being nominated for every major acting award, and Viola Davis bringing home the Oscar for actress in a supporting role, and Mahershala Ali bringing home the Oscar for actor in a supporting role. Like I mentioned before, most Hollywood blockbusters include sci-fi, adventure, action, superhero, animated comedy genres. But why isn't dramas considered blockbusters and bring home the bucks? Movies like Fences in 2016, 12 Years a Slave in 2012, and Boys in the Hood in 1991 are all popular, critically acclaimed dramas that depict African American lives throughout 3 different time periods, which are the 1800s, 1950s, and 1990s. All the movies are deep and meaningful and important, but they don't have a super muscular man in a cape punching a bad guy in the face while explosions go off in the background, so they don't get as much attention. Yes, some movies that fit the description, like Don Cheadle and Anthony Mackie, who both portrayed characters in Captain America Civil War, but most of the cast is white, and African American movies get left in the dust. From a movie making standpoint, it makes sense not to ruin a good thing. Films like those on the top 50 grossing movies of all time make more money, so we as consumers will most likely keep seeing the movies that fit the bill. Is this a good thing? In my own personal opinion, I would say no. You can be black, white, purple, pink, whatever. You need movies that touch on everyday problems and struggles. Movies like this help us learn and grow as individuals. So if you ask me, more real dramatic movies need to be as popular as the silly fantasy ones, or our next generations will be missing out on opportunities to learn some important ideals. As for the African American issues I touched on earlier, it's 2017. The fact that not everyone is equal and has equal job opportunities is just ridiculous. Everyone deserves equal opportunities and equal rights. But for me, that's just my opinion. Thank you.